I'm going to state a couple of things here that may not be popular with some of you, but I feel very strongly about it this morning. The more I get to know about this group coming in from Ontario, and they're supposedly organizing a search, they've been involved through contact by Belinda, which is her prerogative. She was probably approached, but I'm not going to get sidetracked. Listen, this search group, in my opinion, is already messed up, already dropped the ball. I don't feel that they should be involved whatsoever, especially the entity that they claim to be. Basically, you're just some dude who's just started up a website and claims that you go around helping in all of these searches. And it's all for your own economic benefit in that sense at the end. You're going around wanting to organize this public search based on the kids wandering away. What a waste of time that is. You're walking around either misinforming people, disinforming people. You're subscribing to a premise that's already been checked by professionals. These kids didn't walk away, all right? So why would you show up under the premise that these kids just wandered away and you're going to come in and check waterways? How many do you think that you're going to check in one day? In such a large area and all of the places. You might be able to search one place. What are you going to do? Poke under the water? You know, the water table isn't that much different in that sense, especially late fall. The rains come. We're in hurricane season. There's going to be all kinds of... You've already missed the boat. You should have been out there at the end of August. You're just trying to pay. This is such nonsense. First of all, the kids just didn't wander away. You're going above and beyond wanting to contact Malaya. Malaya told you to vamoose. There's nothing wrong with actually going and organizing your own search party in that sense. But you're wanting to make an announcement that you're somehow going to play the leader. You want people to show up on your behalf and organize something on November 15th? What a stupid effing time to search. What a waste of time. You've announced a date and you're going to search just to organize a public event around the circumstance that you have no point in being there. There's no point to you being there if you're not really attempting to give it your all. I've got a hard time believing that one day you're organizing a search on one day. How about an ongoing search? How about a sustained effort? You're an absolute buffoon, okay? You're wanting to play pretend. Christ, half of these YouTube channels make more money than this organization and have more reach. They could organize a better search effort than this please bring me home crap. It's such a stupid premise. What is it you exactly do? What is it exactly this organization does again? And how much do you think you're going to do if you're solely relying on donations as your support? What? That tells me that you're just some schmo. You're just some schmo walking around thinking that you're doing some great thing here. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're going to organize one search on November 15th. Geez, where's that going to be? And you're going to go based off of the fact that the kids just wandered away. You know effing waterways there are around here? Hey, let's go check. My point is it's going to take you a little longer than just one day. If you're going to organize a search, why don't you get some equipment in? Why don't you get some equipment like ground penetrating radar from your local university? See how much that is to rent out, or bring in a dude to come and scour a few places. But here's a big hint. You have to have some sort of reason to go to a particular place and search. You just don't go to some rando place, waste all of your time and say, well, we tried. Look at how great of a job we did. You have to have a purpose for doing what it is that you're doing each and every step of the way. And if the professionals just spend most of the first weeks searching in that particular area that they set up, there's nothing wrong with going and following back on what it is that they already did, but say that. What is the premise and what is the point for them actually coming? They want you to believe it's to help find Jack and Lily, but it's really not. You've been around since May. They got in contact, or you guys were talking since May, and it's November. What kind of bullshit is this? I wouldn't want these individuals involved in this at any point. Call Texas EquiSearch. Call Midwest EquiSearch. Tell them to come up. Why don't you model what it is that you do after these organizations? I'm not trying to champion. Everybody's got their problems and nothing's perfect. But it would seem to me, when you sit back and you think about what it is that they're saying in the media about their November search and how they're going to go about doing it, it seems like a huge waste of time. But you could argue that just being out there and boots on the ground isn't actually wasting your time. Yeah, right. Maybe if you've got nothing better to do, maybe if you have nothing else in the world to do. It's such a ridiculous notion for this organization to be walking around wanting to make sure everybody knows that they're going off to the premise of a misadventure, but you want to get all kinds of inside information directly from Malaya and Daniel and people like that for your own particular, investigation use? There is no way I would trust this organization at this point in time, or this wannabe organization. You've got these lists of all of these people who were missing on your website with no real detail on how it is or what it is that you contributed to these particular cases. It's all for vain. Hey, look at what we did. It's absolutely stupid. And I'm telling you, the people involved with a lot of different and specific YouTube channels could do a lot more and just talking about it on the daily. See, it's not just as simple as organizing a public search. That's a great idea. I'm not poo-pooing the thought that going out and searching is a bad idea. It's not. We need to find those kids. But having "please bring me home" come in as though there's some type of authority and professional in searching more so than anybody else, and you want to work alongside police, with just submitting where it was that you searched? Big deal. What is the point of this individual getting involved in these cases? I got no idea. But the shit that comes out of their mouth in these articles make me shake my head. Like, first of all, how did your employee drop this particular text message and you expect to be trusted? I wouldn't trust you with anything in this circumstance. especially with the family's privacy. So you want to go out there and waste your time walking around in circles. Oh man, walking around in circles, going off the premise that these kids just walked away and had a misadventure. You have to have rocks in your head at this point in time to even want to come up with that. What a waste of time. What an attempt to grab money from a bunch of people who are eager to see something progress in the case. You're really taking advantage of that feeling from a bunch of strangers. No, there's nothing about this that smells legit anymore. How about just telling people that you're showing up, you're organizing a public search, and that's all you really want to talk about at this point in time? This organization is shameless in plugging what it is and how important they think that they are and how that they can help. Oh, fuck. You're not helping anything if you're not bringing out the reality of the situation and conversing about it in a realistic manner. You scared? Don't want to offend anybody? Yeah, because it might affect them talking to you and giving you any information. Who is this idiot? He's no different than any other individual trying to figure out what the hell went on here. Only this individual is asking you to donate to them to waste time. Fuck, I would rather donate to the RCMP. And that's certainly not going to happen. Why isn't this organization been out and about out there already when it's easier to reach, the ground's dry? How are you going to get into these places? Think about how difficult some of the places are going to be to access. I wonder how they're going to walk in. You're going to waste 7 hours walking around just to get to a place to check it? I encourage people to go out and about and around on their own time. Do it in your spare time. Gives you a reason to get out and get some exercise. But now they want to come out here and practice in doing ground searches in groups of 10. I think you're absolutely smoking crack. You're smoking crack. So this group, Please Bring Me Home, I don't believe they've actually found anybody. You can be involved. That's like me going and telling you all of the cases that we've discussed here on the channel. Like that's some sort of effort in bringing people the truth. Listen, talking about these cases in a realistic fashion, something that the mainstream media can't do. Not that they can't, but they won't do. For reasons that never change, all right? That's to be expected. They want to show concern, but they work with authorities in that sense, not to cover anything up, but to keep things the status quo, as to not open themselves up for litigation. We can talk about things as they should be talked about. The possibilities, hypothesis, theorizing, conspiracies. Well, this situation has all of that. Like it or not. That's what makes it so endearing at this point in time, because of the level of deception involved. And it goes without saying that everybody wants Lily and Jack to be found. Well, if you're going to completely ignore all of the evidence, you dumbass, then what is the point of even going out there? You're going to go out there and volunteer with this group to search one day in November? It's going to be miserable AF. It's not going to be worth it. By the time that you get everybody rounded up, your feet will be so filled with mud and it's going to be just uncomfortable. What is it we're going to look at exactly? You're going to stick a stick underneath the water? That's 4 inches. That's 4 inches less than it might have been at an earlier date. There is nothing keeping anybody away from searching for them in the same manner. Okay? It's not November. It's not going to be better. It's going to be better so you can look at these water, these areas of water from afar and not actually do anything, because you're relying on the lower level of the lower water level to see maybe if they're floating on top of it, not being weighted down. That's what you need to be doing. Take out your laptop, talk people into the local universities coming out, and organize some ground penetrating radars in some areas. These kids aren't that far. Miss K, I don't know what your problem is all of a sudden with Belinda Gray. Miss K's in my comments section acting erratically, trying to make it look like Belinda Gray has no business in trying to gain guardianship over Jack and Lily at this point in time. That's a bit insulting to everybody's intelligence, Miss K, and you're entitled to have your own opinions. But why you need to impose that on everybody else or vent your anger towards Belinda in my comment section is really bizarre. Okay? You're not really having any rationale. There's no clear rationale as to why. Okay? Maybe it's you who doesn't understand the situation, Miss K, and how easy it is to ice out grandparents in a custody dispute. All you have to do is not answer your phone. Grandparents don't have any special powers in this circumstance, because the people who are supposed to be caring for Jack and Lily are prioritizing their own needs and preventing any sort of relevant information from getting out because it would be incriminating towards them. Belinda Gray has every right to challenge that in court and try to gain some sort of custody. And why you would want to all of a sudden get yourself so angry that you're going to spam in my comments section negative things about Belinda is beyond me. Like, you've got no right saying what you do about Belinda in my comments section. So I don't know what's gotten into you, Miss K. You can feel strongly about it, but you're trying to disparage Belinda. You're trying to make it look, because you think a certain way, that Belinda's doing something. You don't even have enough information to determine that. Belinda has been dragged into this because of Jack and Lily's parents. Jack and Lily's mother and Daniel. No other reason. It's easy not to answer your phone. It's easy to ice out everybody else. You can't force your way in. You can't all of a sudden not like how you're being treated and then want to challenge them in court. You're going to waste a bunch of money and get nowhere, Miss K. And was that what she was supposed to do, just to appease you in your future opinions? Who the hell are you? So again, just to remind you what it is that I'm freaking out about this morning. It comes from this particular post that was over at Mike's that was forwarded to him apparently from Chrissy Tavern, from this "please bring me home" crap. First of all, you're calling her hun. Hey, hun. I'd just delete your message if you started calling me honey. Hey, hun. Just want to make sure you're okay. Like, talk about somebody trying to put themselves, like, what is it your fucking business if Malaya Brooks is okay or not in that moment? And what is it that think about this statement. Hey, hun, I haven't heard back from you yet. I just want you to know that we are still looking for the kids. Well, good for you. You keep doing that. Isn't everybody kind of looking for them? How is it they're looking for them? Are you down there spending money out of your own pocket, out on boots on the ground in that sense? But I just need to know that you're okay. This is a manipulative text message. Hey, hon, I haven't heard back from you yet. I just want you to know that we are still looking for the kids. You mean her kids? But I just need to know that you're okay. Well, what business is it of yours anyway? That's what I can't figure out. Why is it that this individual feels the need to communicate to Malaya? What does one thing have to do with the other here? It doesn't matter if she was guilty or innocent of any wrongdoing in this. The fact that she's getting messages, or anybody's getting messages, and then the greater world is able to see it after the fact, would tell me that your organization is a farce. It's a shit farce, and you're running on just disillusion. Whoever leaked this message should be asked to leave the organization as soon as possible, because you're violating what would otherwise be known as personal trust with the parents, whether they're suspects or not. Look at how easy that was. You want to get involved in these cases because sometimes the people and family involved don't want to open up to police, but they'll open up to you? Yeah, like who? Who and what? Give us some examples of that exactly. What is this, an inner city racial issue? No. I can't see that your services would be needed in this circumstance, in this stupid November 15th search. Is absolutely the dumbest effing idea that I've ever heard. There's no reason not to be continuing and having a whole raft, a year's worth of searches organized, and a little schedule that people could come and sign up, and hopefully you get more people show up. There could be 2, there could be 15, there could be 25. But you're organizing just a one-day blitz of a couple. How far do you think you're going to cover? Especially in November, that you're going to work from 9 to 5 p.m. and that's it. It's going to be dark. What a waste of time. Everybody, our focus is on the kids just wandered away. So really, you're coming in at the 11th hour trying to do the same thing to eliminate the lead, in other words, that the police already have. Cops already know the kids didn't wander off. And I'll tell you, a 4 and a 6-year-old, you dumbass, didn't wander 10 kilometers away. So the fact that you're going off that premise is only vanity and bullshit, so that you can appeal more. You can appeal more to the guilty parties in this. All he wants to make it clear that nobody. We're not going to make this about getting information about any foul play. Well, what a waste of goddamn time that is. You're going to ignore the obvious elements of this case at this point in time, because you want to appear to be more virtuous. That's all it is. You need to stay the hell in Ontario, stay the hell out of Nova Scotia, and leave it up to people who genuinely want to find these kids. And it's not just about any idiot can organize a one-day effort. How about organizing an ongoing effort of public searches? Get people involved that way. You don't have to motivate people to go out and try to find Jack and Lily. You've got all of these different things that are ridiculous, that are chasing and keeping people away. What a fool you are, Oldreeve. You need to take down this stupid ass fucking business of yours and throw it in the garbage. You want to search for missing kids? Go put your resume in at the OPP or the RCMP. Not some sort of 11th hour makeshift wannabe, please bring me home. Why don't you tell us how you've contributed in a positive manner to any of these old cases that you can't wait to list as a little feather in your cap on your fake ass website? You don't even have an address to share. Just a burner phone number, a mobile phone number, and that's it. Oh, report your tips to us, everybody, and we'll be on the case. You're in complete denial about the reality of the situation at hand. All of the evidence should guide you as to where you feel most appropriate to search next, based off of the information that you can trust from the professional searchers and the RCMP. Do you know why the RCMP didn't spend a whole lot of time in the water? Because they looked and the kids aren't floating on top of the water. It doesn't mean that they're not on the bottom, weighted down. That would be one real reason that you should go out there. Do you know how long it would take to appropriately eliminate any one of the water bodies that are involved? A lot more than just one day. It's going to take you however long it takes you to do. Something that you're not going to be able to put a time limit on. I'm fucking furious over this nonsense. What a violation of somebody's trust in this organization that wants to be helpful.